Guys, welcome London Noise. New segment today. This is called Behind the Songs, and we're joined today by Amber Liu.
What's up? Having me?
What's going on?
Working.
Yeah.
At 2 a.m. and talking to you guys.
Yeah, nothing better.
I know. It's like it's been a while, and
Yeah.
I'm so happy to at least see you guys like through this. Like we've always been like texting and missing each other.
Definitely.
Time zones and
you've been everywhere. You've been in Seoul. You've been in China. You've been in LA, and
yeah, I'm in LA currently. I have not left, and just trying to be safe and trying to grind at the same time and doing work and doing my best. How have you guys been?
Awesome. Yeah, we're great. We've been working, keeping busy. You know how it is. So yeah, that's all good.
Grinding.
So Amber, look, briefly tell us how you became this K-pop megastar, and we know you had the audition in LA for was it for Effects? Did you know it was going to be for Effects at that time?
So I was scouted, and then they asked me to go to an audition, and then apparently I passed it, got another call later on. They're all like, hey, come in for another one. I'm like, and I auditioned again, didn't hear back for a while, and they called me again saying, hey, do you want to fly out to Seoul? And at that time, when I went to SM to officially sign and be part of whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
It was just like I was just another trainee there.
Right.
And it wasn't until I think maybe like we have these like biannual showcases, and one of them was coming up. So when I guess did my showcase, I think it was received pretty well. Just want to assume, don't know for sure, but I just want to assume that they liked me a lot, and I guess they kind of put together our group.
Yeah. Did you know the girls at that point?
What was that?
Did you know the girls? Was you all trainees at the same time?
Oh, we were all friends. Like I think like I remember like Crystal, Luna, and Sully already having their thing because they were already like training for a while before I came in. I know Victoria was doing her own thing. She was like acting, doing modeling things. So from what I'm told, or from what I can assume, those three were going to do some stuff, and then Victoria's going to do her thing. And then I was just like another, I was a wild card, I guess.
Yeah.
Because like FX, if you average out all our training years, it's actually very, very short compared to what most female trainees go through. Like, I think on average we trained maybe like 2.5 years. I trained for a year, Victoria 1.5 years. Crystal was, I think, 2,
yeah, you guys
3.
got fast track, so you must have.
We were very much fast track. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No. But like, if you compare us to maybe like a girls' generation, their average was at least like 5-6 years. Like, so I didn't even imagine like debuting. I didn't think I was ready at all. I don't even think I'm ready now. But I need to be reborn. But it was very just fast for me. So like I was just like, oh, I'm debuting now. Oh, okay. What do I do?
So what within the group, Amber? What was any standout highlight moments for you that stood out?
Oh man, I think the moment that our group got the song New APO, which was I think our 3rd single.
Yeah.
That's when we like flipped. Like when we first debuted, it was like very, very little makeup. We were very cute, and like we're still cute, just saying. We're cute and like doing all this like cute stuff, but still being like pretty cool and whatever. But then when New APO hit, it was eyeliners out, the crazy hairstyles are out. We're just going full on like in your face, and we're just like, okay, we'll do it.
And that was a big song for you guys, wasn't it? That was like a number one guy on and stuff.
Yeah, that one really put us on the map. And I feel like it really like set us apart from a lot of girl groups that were doing stuff at the time.
Yeah.
And because it was a very like, wait, what? And I think after that, what was after that? Like Pinocchio came out.
Right.
Pinocchio, was it? Wow, I'm like going. This was a very long time ago. This was almost 9 years ago.
Wow.
Going in the archive here.
Yeah. And then Pinocchio came out. Hot Summer hit. Hot Summer really set us apart as well. It was like that one like earworm that everybody kind of like. Everybody knows Hot Summer, a hot summer.
Yeah. I remember hearing that record when we first like went out to Seoul, and it was like that, and then Electric Shock was after that, right?
Yeah, Electric. Wow, I think you know better. I thought it was Rum Pum Pum Pum. I don't remember.
Oh no, yeah, actually it was. It was.
It was?
Yeah, and then
Okay, then it was that, and then Electric Shock. We could be totally getting it wrong, and all the fans are going to be all like, "It was this." We'll just let them do it for us. We're so sorry.
Either way, it's been a multitude of hits. So
So just going back and forth, and I think every single album was just a very big concept change for us, which is also very common in K-pop. And I just think what was always hard for me personally was, where do I fit in this? Because just stylistically, as a more androgynous, like tomboyish character, how do I fit in with these hot girls? Like, I don't know where I fit in, but they always like made it in this way where it conceptually always worked. And I think that's what, like, the styling, the creative team did so well. And the A&R just like put together such a like harmonious, like I guess format of vocal lineage, if I can say that.
How did you? Was you kind of was that sort of pushed upon you to be like the rapper and be that type of way, or was it just a natural like moment?
I feel like at the time it was just like a role that was just given to me because I guess skill wise it matched me the best.
Yeah.
Because you have Luna killing with vocals, you have Crystal killing with vocals, everybody's killing with vocals, and it's just like what was the thing that I could do? Like everybody had their color.
Right.
I felt like I still was singing on some tracks here and there, but
you can crush some vocals. But I guess I guess the fact that you're from LA and you have that kind of American tone, great rap tone.
Yeah,
it was kind of a natural thing.
It always was like I've spoken about this a lot on different interviews. It was just a very like weird thing for me because rap culturally was something that like I really wanted to respect, but it was also like something that was just thrown in at me, and I was like also very young. So I'm like no excuses aside, like it was just something that like I guess I just had to do at the time, and now that I'm able to kind of like have time to really think about what is my identity in music, what do I want to do. Wait, I don't even know what I'm doing. Might as well just try a bunch of things. I've learned definitely a lot about rap and songwriting within the decade that I was in the group. So I'm just right now trying to just expand and evolve and just, create art and just try new things.
Yeah, definitely. I think you have to evolve and you have to try new things. 100%. Yeah. So we first worked together on Four Walls. That song had a huge impact on our career, and it was something we're very proud of still. People love that record. What was your first impressions hearing the demo?
So I heard Adrian was on it. Adrian was on the writers. His voice was on there, and who else was on that?
Hey Jasper.
Hey Jasper, there we go. Yeah, and because it was originally a male demo, and then they pitched it up for us,
right,
for us to hear, and we were like, "This is dope. Can we actually do this?" And I was like, but I could hear where the A&Rs were trying to fit our vocals, and like, okay, Crystal will start off here, and then this would happen, then like all the parts being like I guess shared out for us. But what was so funny was when we were actually recording it, the Four Walls drop. It's obviously layered. Because usually I would just assume, okay, I'm going to be doing Jasper's part, and then I would sing maybe like here and there. That was it.
Yeah.
But for the chorus, they actually used my falsetto and my low the most, from what I was told, because they were like, yeah, Amber, your falsetto just hits differently here. And then it was just like that, I guess, the oomph. Not to toot my own horn, but I was actually pretty proud of that moment. I was like, oh yay, they used my falsetto.
We also worked on a lot more songs.
Yeah,
Puppy, Rude Love.
Yeah.
Wish List, the Christmas one, we still love that to this day.
Yeah, we still love Wish List.
And Countdown for your solo project. Question, do you have a favourite?
Okay. By far, Rude Love was okay. Countdown doesn't count because we actually got to write that together and figure it out. So let's put Countdown aside. I loved Rude Love was, I think, me and Crystal's like favorite. We still talk about that song a lot, and we just, I don't know, just vocally, like we're all singing on that, and it just felt really good.
Yeah.
And then Poppy, like, it was just like we're just in the booth doing this the whole time. Wish List, I specifically remember because it has all those like like all those like weird, amazingly like eerily like goosebumpy like harmonies, and it's like it's still Christmassy, but at the same time it's not.
Yeah.
And then when I even forgot the Korean lyrics. Like when the ooh, ah, when that hits and that bass, like that kick starts hitting, you're just like, I'm just vibing to. But there were definitely some very tricky harmonies that I definitely do not remember anymore, and we were just trying to figure it out. And then all the layers and the stacks.
No, you guys absolutely crushed it. Yeah.
Well, you and the writers did an amazing job. So it was a pleasure for us to sing.
Yeah, I mean, how does that feel being in a group and then obviously getting the songs kind of, I mean, I guess you guys get some sort of say, but they're essentially picked out and chosen. Do you have a choice between like 3 songs for the group, or is it literally you're doing this song and that's the situation?
A&R would usually just prepare everything for us. I think because I think when we step into the studio, depending on who's directing us, and we've had like I think from when we first started as FX till now, you guys have gotten, I want to say, I think more of our input like performance wise within the songs, because back then, you know, we're just trying to, you know, we're rookies still, we're still learning, we're trying to figure it out. And then by the time that our 4th album came out, we were very much like, I think we're more comfortable. We know what we can sing, what we can't. I felt like with, especially the Four Walls album, it's very much us like being very comfortable and just trying different ways to sing things and seeing how it would mesh with us. And by the time like A&R knew too, like this would fit FX very well. This would be also challenging, but we could figure it out in the studio. And then we had that, the flexibility to really just say like, hey, I think I want to sing it this way. What do you guys think?
Yeah.
Can I here? And then the directors would be all like, oh, hey, there's this one like harmony. Do you guys want to try it? And like, okay, sure, why not?
Yeah, I think at that stage, like you say, once you're established as a group and you've got that trust between the A&Rs and yourself and the songwriters and producers, it's that there moments then when you started to do more writing. We done some writing sessions together, and you have start to get that confidence and that input within your own music too. So I think definitely like a natural progression that happens with not just K-pop groups, but with groups,
just artists
in general. Yeah. Is there, I mean, what inspired you to make music? Like, is there a song growing up that had a particular impact, or was your family around music?
Well, my family's very musical, and I'm like the least musical out of all of them, ironically. But I think like definitely music was just a way of like me being able to kind of express myself. Because, you know, growing up like this, I was very much misunderstood, you know, got picked on a lot. But I think music was that escape that I had where I could just vibe. Me and my friend down the street and I, we would just meet up and play guitar together because we didn't like, he became like he's actually the guitarist on Beautiful. So we're still like homies, and we used to like ride scooters down the block from each other and then just try to like be little kids. And now we're just like doing music together, which is really fun. And I felt like with music, I felt like when I was in K-pop, I learned a lot about music production, and like, we're always just kind of like, I was just like, how do people come up with these stacks? And I think it just started off with that. Yeah. Harmonies is still one of my very weakest points. It's the part that I love the most, but I hate the most because I can never get harmonies. But when I'm like sitting down at a computer analyzing the melody and like pitching it up a third, I'm like, oh, well, that's a really weird thing. And then you start going into like weird tensions and stuff, which I still don't know how to explain. It's very interesting.
Yeah. And Kenzie, the vocal,
I love Kenzie.
Vocal director at SM. She has amazing harmonies. I mean, I've never seen somebody put notes that close together that work. I think it's incredible.
Kenzie actually directed our she grew up with us, and I remember her being like, she was like the scariest person to me.
Yeah,
she's like, no BS, do your thing, record. And after like, again, the 10 years that we've like spent with her, because she's written a lot of our songs and directed a lot of our vocals, wrote a lot of our lyrics for us. She was like, you know, like the when you go into the studio and she's all like, she does this, and you're like, oh, I did something good. And now like we like talk about back then, like I'm like, Kenzie, you were very scared. She's like, I had to be. I'm like, I know you had to be, but thank you for that.
Yeah, thank you.
She's so amazing. I like her favorite, like her work is probably one of my favorites throughout the years, like when she even writes for other SM artists. I just love working with her as well.
She's a legend.
She's a legend. She's the GOAT.
She's a legend. Stand Kenzie. Kenzie.
Amber, do you produce, or would you like to produce?
So I did try. It's definitely not my strength. But I think I learned enough to like when I think I fell in love with songwriting more than producing. But it's helped my like little dabble in producing has definitely helped me like explain things to you guys. I'm like, hey guys, there's that like kick on that. Like could we do like instead of like halftime, let's do 4 on the floor and let's do whatever. So in those ways, it's helped me understand your guys' job. And especially like when we're like going into like vocals, like, hey guys, like, isn't there that weird like flangery like where sound that like I think it's like a pitch, it's like I'll like name the plugin rather than just make the noise. But then again, you guys know me so well.
Yeah, we know what
just get it
means.
You know, the where sound. But I have tried producing. It's definitely not my thing. I think songwriting is where I kind of like get it more. And it's in the end, I think my dabbling in everything with mixing, or I'm having my first mastering session in a couple days, and I'm very excited about that.
Cool.
Because like before, like I couldn't sit in those sessions. I don't know how songs are written. I just was handed the song. Hey, you just sing over this. This is it. Now it's more like, where did that come from? How did you get that line? And learning about the process is a lot more interesting to me now. And I learned to appreciate it more. And I think that went for the same for videos as well. Like when we're on sets, we're like, how does this all work? How is this built? I want to learn to appreciate that more and appreciate the people behind it, because we receive a lot of the love, but you know, you guys are behind the scenes, like doing all this stuff and just making hits.
Well, we try.
We try.
Yeah, I mean, we fail.
And you do.
You
try and you do.
Oh, thank you. We try.
Making me blush.
Yeah. Speaking of hits, is there a song that you wish you had written?
There are so many. Can we narrow it down? Like, is it like maybe in K-pop or of like the FX records?
Let's say K-pop. Let's say K-pop. Yeah. Is there one particular song what you heard and you thought that's so good? I wish I wrote that song. Like,
there's a guilty pleasure that I have. It's Red Velvet's "Lucky Girl." I love that song. Was that you guys?
No. I wish it was, because that would have been such a great clip.
I know, right? It's such a good song. It's such a good song. I think Bad Boy. A lot of the Red Velvet records I've been really vibing with. Bad Boy is obviously one that, like, I was like, just have written that song. Like, why not? I really wish I wrote Rude Love. Like, I love that song, like, to death. Like, I love it.
Cool. Really so you got a few. You can't really narrow it.
I can't. Yeah, but "Lucky Girl" by Red Velvet, I will have to say, is a song I wish I wrote.
Good choice.
All right, so we need to make "Lucky Girl" 2.0.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's on the agenda.
That's the aim.
Yes.
What about who's your favorite like K-pop artist or group right now? Obviously you mentioned Red Velvet. Is there?
I think Red Velvet. I will always support them because they're just my sisters and I love them so much. And they work really hard. I think, who else? Chungha is somebody is another like close like friend, sister that I always just was like, we're just always cheering for each other in those ways, and she's always killing it, and I respect her grind. She's like extremely hard worker. She's a really nice girl, so I just so proud of whatever she's doing now. She's just doing things and it's just popping off. So man, I feel so old. I love Twice. I love Twice. So but I've been living under a rock, so I haven't really been keeping up with the latest, but as of now, that's what I know.
Well, tell us from now, let's talk about you and what's next for you. What have you got? New music coming? What's next year holding for you?
I'm working on my new EP. Have a lot of music in the tank. We have a lot of music and more music to
have some unfinished business, don't we?
Yeah, we have a lot. So I just been busy putting together the record. Again, shooting a lot of music videos because again, I'm crazy and I like shooting music videos to everything. But just
you told us recently you made 5 videos. Is that
yes, right? 5 videos.
Are we allowed to say that? Are we allowed to?
Yeah, no, we can. Yeah, we can. I was like, 5. I'm like, I keep looking back and I'm like, what am I thinking all the time? Like, why do I think this is a good idea?
Well, it's like, great. The fans have got plenty to look forward to.
Yeah. But like this new EP is going to be a lot more, I don't know. My friends tell me after they heard the record, they're like, oh, this is very different. And I'm like, I think that's a good thing. So I'm always just trying to write music and just reinvent myself. I've been shooting a couple shows here and there. One's out. It's called I'll Ask Stupid Questions. That's going, and just a lot of things in the works. Mm-hmm. And just trying to have fun and trying to enjoy life and trying to work hard.
Yeah, and stay safe.
Yes, please. Everybody has to wear a mask. Must wear a mask. Wear masks. Be safe. Social distance.
All right, Amber. Listen, thanks so much for having a chat with us. We wish you all the best. Have a wonderful Christmas and New Year, and all the best for next year. I'm sure we'll see you again soon and make some more music.
Of course. Thank you for having me. Merry Christmas to you guys too, and Happy New Year. Please stay safe and eat lots of food. Please eat lots of food.
Oh, we will. Always. Don't worry about that.
Tea and biscuits, cup of tea.
Hey, let's go.
That's how we do it.
Is that how we're ending it?
Yeah, that's how
we're definitely ending it.
I'm
just
new.
Do some of these.